lovely souls. Welcome back to my channel Divine Tea with Luna. First and foremost, I want to thank you all who stay tuned to my videos, and this YouTube channel is slowly growing, and I cannot tell you how grateful I am for everyone who resonates with my reading and religiously tunes in with every upload. So we have somebody new in our video today. Her name is Google and I'm at my friend's place. Her name is Devjani. She's looking at me right now while I'm filming this, okay? And so yeah, today's video is about your self-care routines, how you should be taking care of yourself. So for today's reading, I have made the video in this way that first we will deal with how you should take care of your body, and then how you should take care of your mind, and lastly how you should take care of your spirit. So when meditating for this reading, the cards, the collective energies that I saw were, the first one was the entire collective is dealing with a lot of anxiousness, because the card that came up was Nine of Swords. That was the back of the deck energy. So we are all somehow very anxious, and it's no surprise because of course with everything that's been going on. And not only that, another message that came up was dreaming. Be aware of your dreams, because your dreams are messengers. And I know it's a little offbeat because that's the message that came out, but yeah, Google, please sit, don't roam around. Yeah, so this is what happens when you get an overly cute Labrador in your video. Okay, so yeah, dreaming is important. How our dreams are always messengers, and especially the ones that you remember. So I highly recommend for anyone who is going through a lot of nightmares or even the good ones, I really encourage people to keep a dream journal, because that is something which happens. We don't tend to remember our dreams, but the ones we do remember actually are hardcore messages that you need to take into account. So I don't want to give an example of that right now, but yeah, because this can be very sensitive for certain people, because you might be having some recurrent nightmares about a very sensitive area in your life, something that you have not healed, something that you have not completely gotten over or moved from, okay? And the last collective energy message was that we are all going through body changes. So you can take this on a very 3D physical level, or you can take it on a very spiritual level, because there's a discourse in the spiritual community that talks about how when we are ascending, we are actually going through a lot of body changes, because the more light, aka the higher vibrating frequencies or love, like go ahead and Google map of consciousness. There is a very beautiful chart of which is the lower vibrating frequencies. So I'm not very sure, but I think guilt, shame, these are at the most bottom emotions, the last emotions, because of course these are very dense energies. Shame is a very dense energy, guilt is a very dense energy. It takes a lot of time for us to overcome that. It takes a lot more energy, it takes a lot more grit to overcome these issues. So having said that, that was the collective energy. Don't worry, I do have a pickup pile for you. So yes, as usual, please go ahead and ground yourself and choose between a number from 1 to 6, because of shooting difficulties, so on and so forth, I do not have a picture of the pile. So please go ahead and choose from number 1 to 6. And let's jump right ahead for pile number 1. Okay, so the first, let's go through your tarot. Okay, the first card that came out for your body is Two of Cups. Okay, I would have actually gone ahead and done this, but if you can see, okay, this is the first card which represents your body. The second one is your mind, and third one is your spirit. Okay, so if I have to go through the body part first, it's Two of Cups. The mind is Three of Cups. The spirit, the spiritual side of you, is Knight of Cups. So the overall reading for this is whoever chooses number 1, I want to tell you that the number 1 thing that you first need to do is take care of your emotional body. And what I mean by emotional body is your emotions affect your body, because we carry a lot of emotions when we are angry, or or when we are just mad at someone. When you are stressed, you carry these tensions in your faces. You have, you're just like this, and it is such a automated response. And if you are not careful, and if you don't self-regulate, this becomes intense. It grows and grows and grows, and it can be years that you can have stuck up energy in your various organs. So I know it is out there a little bit, but it is a part of holistic healing. That, for example, if you have any illness, for example, us women have PCOD, that can have a lot of implications. It can be a question about your womanhood, or the things that you just deal with being a woman, or you might be angry being a woman. And our reproductive organs are one of the things which actually defines men and women, or you understand, gender, not gender wise, biologically different wise. So that's what I'm getting. I'm just giving you an example of how stuck up energy can give you illnesses. For people going through thyroid issues, the number 1 thing is you don't speak up for yourself, and you don't express yourself, because thyroid is based around our throat chakra, and that is something that is really true. Because if you go back and analyze any of your friends, or God forbid if you have it, you will understand that there's a huge difference. Okay, once how you are when you behave when you have the thyroid, and I'm not saying it's going to magically overnight get cured, but once you start working on certain things, I think certain tensions release, certain emotions get released once you start expressing yourself, or once you start being creative, or just standing up for yourself. Because a lot of times it just means that you don't talk about what bothers you. You have very comfortably just let it be. You just you just suppress it, and that's not how things should go. Okay, I'm going off track and giving you more examples, so I'm going to come back. So I think Two of Cups, in terms of your body, like I said, it is more of your emotional body rather than your physical body. But what you can do, I feel, is if you do have an issue doing things alone, I would ask you to get a partner and do it. And that partner can be anyone. It can be your friend, it can be your real partner, or it can be one of your family members with whom you think you can get on to a journey. The second for your mind is Three of Cups. So I think the way you can take care of yourself mentally is just by having more fun. Get together with your friends. If it's not physically possible, just go ahead and video call each other. You need to have more fun in life. You're not celebrating how far you've come. You're not celebrating a lot more things. Okay, that. And the third thing is Knight of Cups. So traditionally, Knight of Cups would mean that a new love interest is coming your way, but if that is not the case for you, because it can mean different things, and remember this is a collective reading, so it's highly possible that not all messages are going to resonate with you. So Knight of Cups, when it comes, it can either mean a partner is coming into your life who is going to change you in a spiritual manner, or a kind of love coming into that makes you alive from within. That person who lights up your spirit. You will understand, because that's the feeling of falling in love. So pile 1 might be that a new love interest is coming towards you. Having said that, now if we have to get into your oracle, so the first thing in order to take care of yourself on all 3 levels is acceptance. Okay? Yeah, acceptance, because you have these blockages or whatever, because you are not accepting a truth that is in your life already, but you just don't want to accept it. And this, when you're not accepting, you're resisting, and when you're resisting, you are creating these blockages because you're not letting the natural flow of things to happen and unfold, which you never know can be for your best interest, but you're just not doing it because, and I understand there are certain hard things which are very difficult to accept, but we have to do it. And the next card is, it's courage, and it came with the acceptance card. So yes, it's going to take a lot of courage to accept the hard truths, but if you embody these things, you can heal yourself faster. So of course this video is about self-care, but the basic point and premise is how you should heal yourself in all 3 different areas. And for you, pile 1, it's all intensely emotional. Okay, so that's it for you, pile 1. If you like the reading, please like, share and subscribe, and if you want a private reading, all the information is down in the description box. Now we're going to move on to pile number 2. Okay, for those of you who chose pile number 2, let's see your cards. The first card is Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands can actually also mean that you're actually at the prime of your health. So I don't think there's a lot of body things that you need to do in order to heal yourself body wise, but a recurrent thing is that you need to socialize more, because that is going to help you with any discomfort, or you can be somebody who does not like being at home all the time, so you know, you can still go out on walks and keep the minimum social distance and go ahead. For your mental body, for some of you, you are getting, I think you guys are a little worried about getting pregnant because you got the Queen of Cups. Yes, and when you get the Queen of Cups, it means that you are pregnant, or you are expecting, or of course you are the Queen of Cups, ever nurturing, ever so loving. And I think you need to love more when it comes to healing yourself mentally, because see, our mental blocks can come out of a lot of things, and it is predominantly regarding our emotions. So yeah, you need to love more. Okay, and now let's talk about spiritually, what you can do to heal yourself spiritually, or what practices you should indulge in order to heal yourself spiritually and finally understand and recognize that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. Is listen to people around you. Listen, even if there's a lot of conflict, even if there's a lot of change, even if there's a lot of chaos, the minimum thing that you need to do is, because nobody's listening to anyone else, that is Five of Wands, is conflict. It's conflict, it's conflict of interests, and the major point of Five of Wands is that nobody else is listening to anybody else. So what happens when you're in a state like that? Everybody keeps fighting and nobody really does anything about it. So pile 2, that this is for you. So the way you heal is be more social, be more socializing. I am in no way promoting going out and partying, no. Loving people more and nurturing others more. This should not be just for others, it also has to be for you. Also, spiritually, how you become better or start your ascension journey is just by listening to others, okay? And another thing, this is a Wands heavy deck, so it means that you have issues with your willpower and you have issues listening to your inner voice, that you basically have an issue listening to your soul within, because the Wands energy, the fire energy is all about that, your willpower, your passions, things that light you up, okay? And the next one, pile 2, you have self-exploration, fairy tales and myths. So that's just one thing, but by the way, fairy tales and myths, you can actually learn a lot if you go deep into it. Fairy tales and myths of our society indeed hold a lot of information. And the next one is hobbies. That's a new message for you, pile 2. Indulge in more hobbies. That's how you heal yourself, because the thing about hobbies is when you indulge in hobbies, you are facilitating the flow of creative energy. So that actually helps you a lot to heal, because once you facilitate, if you are not healed or you're dealing with an illness, it on a very energetic level, it means you have energy blockages. And when you have these energy blockages, it means that you need to push that energy out, and the way you do is by getting creative. Okay, pile 2, that's your reading. If you liked your reading, please go ahead, like, share and subscribe. And if you want a private reading, all the information is down in the description box, okay? Thank you. Now I'm gonna move on to pile 3. Pile 3, let us see. Body, you have the King of Pentacles. Mind, you have 8 of Wands, and spirit, you have the Sun. Okay, so how do you take care of yourself? And the King of Pentacles is there. How do you take care of your body? Okay, and this is a card which, this pile, the energy is split between your passions, your willpower, things that ignite you, and on the other hand, it's about materialistic things, about the physical reality around you. So first and foremost, the King of Pentacles shows abundance, stability. So body wise, I really don't feel that you might be going through a lot of things, but if you are, healthy diet, that's the first thing that comes to my mind if I see a Pentacles. Healthy diet. Remember, you are what you eat. Remember how you're consuming things, because they become a part of who you are, and the things that we eat actually do regulate our energies throughout. Okay, mentally, how do you start taking care of yourself? Mentally, when 8 of Wands shows up, it means that you just need to start doing things. When the opportunity comes, you need to grab it. That's how you take care of yourself mentally, because you might actually have a lot of regrets that, oh God, I did not do this opportunity came and passed me by, I didn't take the action. So yeah, that. And I think once you do these things, once you take care of your diet and a little bit of exercise, but more than that, mentally, if you take chances, if you take risks. And it also, Eight of Wands is also the card of travel, of air travel to be very specific. I think you're just too locked up in the house for too long. So that's one thing that can happen. And spiritually, I think just when you do this, your spirit's going to be happy, because the last card that you got was the Sun card. So yes, pile 3, that's for you. Eat nutritious food, eat organic food, take chances mentally, because that is what sustains your soul. And that's it. Things are gonna be fine. And let's see your oracle. What additional messages? What did I say? Eight of Wands, take risks. So yeah, free spirit. Be your own person. Take risks. Be whoever the hell you are and go ahead and show it to the world. Okay, I think it just took a dark turn now, or a good turn. It can go both ways, because the last oracle card that you got were family changes. So in a good way, it can mean that somebody new is coming into your life. Can be anything, or it can mean for a few of you, might start expecting. And on the reverse hand, it can also be like there might be some bad news on the spectrum that leads to family changes. And in that case, even if that happens, these two cards are really how you get out of it. Because when grief, strikes us, we have to go this way and this way. We have to take care of our body, we have to take care of our food, and we need to take care of the outside world interacting with us. We need to take swift action when you possibly can. And pile 3, that's the message for you, that you need to start taking chances, and that can lead to some family changes. See the good and the bad. I cannot actually say that it's going to be good or it's going to be bad, because I'm getting both the messages at the same time. So yeah, that can happen. So that's it for you, pile 3. If you like the reading, please like, share and subscribe. And if you want a private reading, the description box has all the information. Moving on, pile 4. Okay, pile 4. The first card that we have is Wheel of Fortune. This is about your body. So I think you've suddenly gotten very conscious about the fact that you need to change your body. And remember, that's a collective message going on, because body changes did come up in the collective reading in the topic of how your self-care routine should be. Don't be scared, because even if you are, say, lack motivation to gain or lose weight, things are going to roll in for you. It's like there's a mandatory change that is going to come. Either you would be forced to, get into a disciplined workout practice, or a disciplined way of life where you take care of your body. Mentally, you need to start taking you need not be scared of the dragon sitting on the mountain. Okay, now this is Knight of Wands. This tells you that you have to absolutely follow this person. Also, Knight of Wands can also show there's a new man coming into your life, but be a little beware of it, because Knight of Wands are very infamous as lovers, because it's fire energy and it's in and out of your life. It's about just staying for the fun, just staying for the night, not for the morning after. So that, but even apart from that, I do feel that you have to stop being so scared of taking a chance. Not in terms of the man or the boy coming in. No. the other ways, in ways when you are very scared of taking the next step in your career, or it can also be asking out a Knight of Wands kind of a character. It's okay. Pile 4, you need to learn the lessons that you need to learn. But that's okay. It can be anything. But the major crux is that you have to stop feeling that whatever obstacle is there in front of you is bigger than who you are, because that's not true. You are bigger than any obstacle. Okay, got it? And spiritually, you guys are birthing something new. It can be a new business venture, it can be literally pregnancy, but this pregnancy is a little, I know not every parent who is pregnant, who's going to become a parent, sits with it like the way I'm going to describe, because this used to happen in the ancient times, that when two people wanted to have a baby, they would sit down and meditate together and ask any soul with whom they could serve. So parenthood was basically serving a soul. So that kind of a spiritual connection some of you may be going through, but that portion is very small. Okay, but Empress is also being the queen of the empires. So spiritually, that's a huge message, that you now need to start thinking about things from a viewpoint of an empress, because the empress rules kingdoms. Not only that, this can also mean some kind of a venture into something which deals with self-love, self-care, with beauty. So yeah, but it also, the crux is that you're birthing something new in this world, and kudos to you, pile 4, because it is difficult. Okay, for your oracle cards we have inspiration. So I'm definitely feeling this is more like a business venture, a new project, something new that you're trying to do with your life, and you are getting tons and tons of inspiration right now. Okay, the spiritual baby part was for very few people, but for the majority of you it is that you guys are birthing something, and that's how you're going to take care of yourself spiritually. And this is the card, take the next step. Take the next step. Okay, because you can't be afraid anymore, and you need to be the Knight of Wands who doesn't think much and just follows his passion. Okay, so that is it for you, pile 4. Let's see. If you like the reading, please like, share and subscribe. And if you want a private reading, all the information is down in the description box. Pile number 5. Okay. Body wise, you need to take care of addictions, and addictions need not be only about drugs or cigarette or alcohol. Addiction can be to processed food. Okay, and also addiction can be to patterns. Okay, look at helping people too much is an addiction. When you know, just because, for example, certain thing did not happen in your life, okay, and certain things never happen to your life, and you see that you see someone else in the same position, you run to help them. But the point is, you're not running to help them, you are hoping that you can run and help them and give them what you did not have. And as noble as it sounds, it actually is not, because you cannot rush to help someone till they ask for it. Okay, that is the number one rule of help and spirituality. Because if you do that, if you rush to help them, what you are doing essentially is that you are not letting them learn their lesson, and that can be detrimental sometimes. That is also an addiction. So you need to understand where your bodily addictions are. Okay, and I know what I just described is a mental, thing, but remember, as I'm saying, that energetically, emotionally, and on your physical body, everything is connected. So if there is some kind of block somewhere in your body, it will, some kind of a chronic illness that you're living with, it will all go back to certain energetic blocks. Okay, mentally, you are leaving something, you are learning to leave things behind, you're learning to leave relationships behind, things that are not serving you anymore. You're learning to let go of all of that. Okay, and spiritually, you're going to have a rude awakening because you got the Tower card. Tower card is a sudden card, it comes up and throws you off the foundation. Things which do not have a solid foundation, those are the things which are going to crumble. Okay, and that is the only reason why this card comes. So pile number 5, you have an awakening in the near future. Also, you are being asked to get in touch with the moon, which means you are being asked to get in touch with your intuition, and also to realize that your energy levels are not going to be up and like fully charged all the times, because that's not how nature works, that's not even how our smartphone works, right? So you have to understand that there's going to be a surge, there's going to be an ebb and flow all the time. Okay, and the next card for you, pile number 5, is a new career. It can be a new career, a complete redirection from what you were dealing with or what you had known, or it can be a new path in the career that you already had, or it can really just mean a career change, a new set of responsibilities, things that you never did before. So yeah, that's your message, pile 5. Beware of addictions, beware of sugar addictions, beware of money addictions as well, spending money, hoarding money, these are all addictions. We don't talk about it as much, and we think, okay, hoarding is the best quality to have, not spending it, it's something that everybody should. And I know the time is like this, that we will be in those states of mind, but you create your reality, the reality does not create you. Okay, that's my final message, and those of you who can decode the message, good luck, because you got it. And for those who did not, go back and watch my other videos, because the message is hidden in one of them. I keep talking a lot about energy and abundance and etc, etc. Okay, that's your reading, pile 5. If you like your reading, please like, share and subscribe. Please comment down below. Also, thank you so much. If you want a private reading, the same is in the description box. Okay, last but not the least, pile number 6. Let us see what's in store for you. Okay, emotionally, physically, I feel you're gonna be alright, but something to do with the water element. Maybe, I know swimming is not possible right now, but it can just also mean drink more water. And of course, loving others more and loving yourself more, because whenever the Cups card comes up, I cannot help but see and feel that we are holding back our emotions, or we are letting emotions get the better of us. So if you are on a negative spectrum, I would still ask you to love more, because that's the only way you can transmute energies and bring lasting change. Otherwise, you are never going to forgive somebody who did you wrong, and the more you don't forgive somebody who did you wrong, the more you hold on to it, the more it stagnates in your energy body, and the more it stagnates in your energy body, the more it's gonna affect you, the more the harder the more harsher physical manifestations of that does come on to our body. Okay, so that's your message for healing your body. For your mind, you, my pile 6, do not take your vulnerability as something to be proud of. And I know, I'm like, how can you ask somebody to be vulnerable? But when you are vulnerable, that's the point when you are the most raw. That's when you are you. And that is a huge deal. You got to understand that, because you cannot keep being somebody you are not. You can't keep being somebody you're not. And that's a disservice to everybody around you, because you came here for a reason. Your existence was meant to be. So if you are not being who you are truly to the world, that's a huge disservice. Don't do that. Spiritually, I think a new business venture is coming your way, a new job or something which is going to be in alignment with your spirituality or your spiritual purpose. So yeah, or you might just start something of your own. So even an opportunity for that, I feel, is on the cards for you. So that's how you heal yourself. You love more, you forgive more, you indulge in more self-care and self-love. You stand in your vulnerability, because that's a mental block you have to get rid of. And the last one is Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, I've already told you what it is. Go ahead and start something which resonates with you, which is in alignment with you. And I keep doing this when it's alignment with you. All your chakras need to be in sync and balanced, okay? Now let's see what your oracle cards have to say. Look at this. You got the card of new beginnings, and you got Ace of Pentacles. So new beginnings. The last one is gracefully aging. I feel a lot of people don't know how to agefully grace. A lot of people don't take pride in the age that they are. They want to be younger and they don't want to be told that, oh my god, you're so old. People need to learn how to gracefully age, because there comes something with age which youth does not give you. It is experience, it is wisdom. And there's a song, right? There's a song called Lost Hours by Adam Levine and even Keira Knightley. Youth is wasted on the young. That's the line. I'm not gonna sing the whole thing, even though I would like to, but I'm not gonna sing it. But yeah, that's one of the lines, that youth is wasted on the young. So yeah, one has to learn that there's crazy wisdom in growing up and growing old. I mean, I can't actually wait to turn 30. And I'm actually saying that because when I turned 26 a few months back, just before that I had another spiritual awakening, and I was like, I can't wait to turn 30, because you know what, the kind of wisdom and knowledge I'll gather and integrate by that time would be so much, and I would have gone so far down my spiritual path than what I am at now. So yes, you need to start accepting that age is not bad. And I know not a lot of you who would be watching this video, touch wood, are going to be very old. But I think another message that I'm getting right now is that age is really just a number, and you're never too old to do what you like. And I think, yes, you also got the new beginning card, right? Yeah, you got the new beginnings card. So you know what, go ahead and watch Gary Vee or Tony Robbins or any of the motivational speakers you like, because they're going to help you. Because you can start living your life at 60, you can start living your life at 50, you can get married at 35. It's all right. It's all okay. So yeah, that was for you, Pile 6. If you like the reading, please like, share and subscribe. Comment down below if you resonated with it. And if you'd like to book a private reading, all the information is down below. With that, it's sayonara for today and see you soon.